17 killed in South Florida high school shooting. That's the latest news coming in. In January alone there had been 11 school shootings into the new year. Despite this high death toll, mass shootings in America show no sign of disappearing. In the United States, which has an English common law tradition, a long-standing right to keep and bear arms was recognized prior to the creation of a written national constitution. Today, the right is specifically protected by the United States Constitution and many state constitutions, which grant a right to own arms for individual use, and to bear these same arms both for personal protection and for use in a militia. The Second Amendment to the United States Constitution reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed." The Founding Fathers wanted to protect their newly independent nation from the tyrannical rule of the Old World. With the Constitution in one hand and a rifle in the other, pioneers claimed the Wild West, and a new kind of citizenship was born. In some states, you can buy a gun before you can buy a beer, and without thorough background checks. With such widespread gun ownership in America, it can seem more logical to have a gun yourself. Guns are big business in the United States, and more guns are being manufactured than ever before. In 2013, 10.8 million guns were made, more than in any previous year. The firearms business is vital to the United States economy. The annual revenue of the gun and ammunition manufacturing industry stands at $13.5 billion. If you grow up in a culture where gun ownership is normal, imposing any kind of regulation is difficult. How did this gun culture become so deep-rooted in the American psyche? Many English common law traditions, such as the right to keep and bear arms, habeas corpus, jury trials, and various other civil liberties, were enumerated in the United States Constitution. Guns have always been a part of American culture. For many Americans, the gun represents the heart of their nation's foundation and identity, a symbol of their freedom. In colonial times and the days of the Wild West, guns were an essential part of survival. They were needed to kill animals for food, and to protect against unwanted trespassers and predators. The UK's attitude to gun control has evolved over the years. The incident that most changed UK gun laws was the killing of 16 children in the Scottish town of Dunblane in 1996. Following the Dunblane massacre, the government was quick to ban the ownership of handguns in mainland Britain, which resulted in some of the toughest anti-gun laws in the world. Firearm amnesties were organized across the country for people to give up their guns and ammo, with nearly 23,000 firearms surrendered. And anyone who flouted the new laws risked heavy penalties. Apart from the laws, the main difference between the UK and the United States is the role that guns play in everyday life. In the UK, most gun lovers are involved in shooting sports and are mostly based in the countryside. The idea of using a gun for self-defense is generally pretty shocking in Britain, even within the shooting community, and most people believe that guns should be the preserve of the police or armed forces.